Your friends over at Morning Joe embarrassed themselves this week, Mark Halperin. Embarrassed. They haven't been the same since you no longer appear on that show. They need you. That you were the magic glue to keeping some sort of sanity over there. We talked to the audience yesterday about them going out there, and they went to Mar-a-Lago and they bent the knee, and no one's happy about it. I mean, imaginary people that Joe Scarborough talks to are allegedly happy about it, as he keeps telling us each morning. But no actual people from the left or the right. The right doesn't want this reconciliation and can't believe Trump even took the meeting and is in no position to give them any quarter. And the left, you've got the lunatics like Jennifer Rubin, who's an MSNBC contributor. She's a true loon out there pushing for a boycott now of the MSNBC morning show, of the network that she's a contributor at, that's paying her salary. So they came out, they said their thing, and now they're getting some people being honest about how controversial it was, like your friend Sean Spicer, who said this on the morning meeting yesterday.
Here's my problem with this. Joe says afterwards, we told him we opposed him on this. We opposed him on that. First of all, I still say get in the back of the line. Phone calls, there are people who fought hard for President Trump. They get to shake his hand first. Not these people who spent 7 years, as Mika said, trashing the guy, lying about him, defaming him. This was a pure transactional ratings play. This was Joe Scarborough realizing that his ratings are down 40%, 49%. Comcast wants to spin them off, and them worried about whether or not they're going to continue to afford their place on wherever it is, Nantucket, Palm Beach, all those places. So I was frankly disgusted by this.
Spicer with a truth bomb, Mark Halperin. Where is he wrong?
All right. So first of all, they are my friends. So I will not make this personal. You and I have some friends in common, and there's some people we differ about. They are my friends. I wish that before the election that every MSNBC host had said, let's see, Trump may not win. We don't think he's going to win, but he's going to get like 47% of the vote. So maybe we should think about basically half the country thinks he's the right choice. What should that mean for how we talk about him? How we talk about his ideas, how we talk about his supporters. I think that should have been done for months rather than waiting until after the election, because I think they have put themselves in a position now where people on the left are angry that they're normalizing Trump. I say the people on the left. I'd say that 50% of the people who voted for Trump helped normalize him, probably more than Joe and Mika have. And the people on the right are resentful that they're doing it. Here's the reality for me, though. Donald Trump was very gracious about the meeting. Donald Trump took the meeting. He did an interview with Fox where he's very gracious about it. And although it's easy to tally up points and to raise questions about people's motives, I think it's better for the country to have communication with the president-elect by everyone in the media. He should be held accountable. And I hope people on the left will say now, on a consistent basis, policy disagreements, let's discuss them. But demonizing the person who won the popular vote and the supporters of that person is just not a good idea. It's not consistent with the kind of country we should be.
I have a little prediction for you. This won't last. I've been through this before. The ratings always tank for the cable channel that was most behind the losing candidate. Fox News in 2012 was a bloodbath after Romney went down. Our ratings went off a cliff. I remember being in the meetings. Even Roger was in a panic at that moment. They came back to heights we had never seen before. So, and the way that happened was Barack Obama started actually governing in his second term and doing a bunch of controversial things. And then Fox got chugging again and wound up figuring out that it's actually better for their ratings to be in the opposition. Now, that may or may not be true in the era of Trump, where he just lifts everybody. But in any event, my point is they're not going to get the same returns by being fair and balanced about Trump. Even though they desperately want access to power, I believe this is why they went there, for two reasons. They desperately want access to power. That's why they licked Joe Biden's boots, then quickly licked Kamala's. Now they're licking Trump's, because they can't stand a world in which they're as irrelevant as they are. Don't believe me. Look at their ratings and the voters who ignored their claims of Hitler. So that's one of the reasons why they did it. But once they start chugging again, their core viewership is very left. That's who watches that show. That's why you've seen Joe Scarborough migrate out of the Republican Party. Now he's so-called independent, and he's obviously a Democrat. He's not really independent. What Republican is he voting for? Anyway, and the machine will do what it does, which is force them to continue to go to the left. This thing veers to the left. All media veers to the left, especially MSNBC. All their cocktail parties, all their friends will veer them back to the left. They will get absolutely no points for saying anything nice or fair about Trump. And they will do what they've been doing for 9 years, which is back on the bashing train. Dan, am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, to me, it's embarrassing that the Democratic Party and folks on the left are bashing them as like, how dare you talk to Trump? How dare you, kind of insinuate that you're going to modify how you view him? I mean, to Mark's point, what is still missing with a large segment of the party is to step back and ask, why is Donald Trump so popular? What is his secret sauce? Why is he making inroads into literally every single constituency that there is, demographically, geographically? And how can we understand this better and, either try to co-opt it or, short circuit some of his progress? Instead, there are still parts of the party, Jennifer Rubin and others, that literally just say, dig in, we are right, they're wrong. History is going to prove it very soon. And like, ha, 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 we'll be right in 2 years. And to me, that's just basically idiotic. And so I hope, whether Joe Scarborough and Mika in the long run will prove to be successful, courting Trump. Obviously, I think you're much more likely that they will not be. But the party has to stop saying these black and white, we're right, they're wrong speeches to everybody.
I have a message for Joe and Mika. You have no influence. This election proved it. Look at your ratings. They're in the toilet for a reason. If you had any influence whatsoever, would this have been such a blowout? You thought you could persuade the electorate to stop him. You failed. You should spend some time in the bath, on long walks, on a horseback, thinking about that reality, and then reevaluate. You're still dealing with the trauma of realizing how irrelevant you are. You should really just soak that in and then come up with your game plan. You shot from the hip. It wasn't a good idea. It didn't please anyone, and it didn't make you look good. Grand Canyon University, a private Christian university in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, believes that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. GCU believes in equal opportunity and that the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your career calling, you can impact your family, friends, and your community. Change the world for good by putting others before yourself. Whether your pursuit involves a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree, GCU's online, on-campus, and hybrid learning environments are designed to help you achieve your unique academic, personal, and professional goals. With over 340 academic programs, GCU meets you where you are and provides a path to help you fulfill your dreams. The pursuit to serve others is yours. Let it flourish. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.